What is up, everybody? It's Dylan from Redline here, bringing you yet another video. Yes, I'm still sunburned, and yes, I'm wearing the same shirt as last video. Getting a little ambitious today, filming a couple of videos because it's nice out here in Ohio for once. Got a nice little 84 degrees, sun's out, nice little breeze. Just nice weather, so why not film some videos? As you can probably tell by the title and the reason that you clicked on this, today we're going to be talking about 5 things that I absolutely love about my Turbo Foxbody. So let's hop right into it. But first, if you guys are into anything automotive or car related, be sure to subscribe here on the channel. Try to post 2 to 3 times a week. This is not my only vehicle. I have a 2013 Audi S4. That's my daily. I race it, do everything with that. This 1987 Turbo Foxbody, a 47 Lincoln Continental is my next project. Just picked up a Miata. I'm going to drop a few videos on that. And a 600 horsepower Duramax that's a big turbo. So stick around on the channel, check out some other videos, and be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. With no further ado, let's hop into things that I absolutely love about my Turbo Foxbody. So since this thing's pretty new to the channel, I haven't really made any videos on it yet. This is my 1987 Turbo Notchback. I actually picked the car up in high school, my junior year. I was looking for a Foxbody. Thankfully, I got this right before the market went crazy on them and picked it up for a pretty reasonable price. I was looking for a rust-free Foxbody, which is kind of hard to come by here in Ohio. A lot of the shock towers just completely gone, torque boxes gone. Trunk's gone, just they rust out really bad. So trying to find a clean one was very hard to do, and it took me almost 2 years to find this car. It is originally from Arkansas, so it is rust-free, very clean. It was a one-family vehicle prior to my ownership. So now that we have all that out of the way, let's hop right into the things that I love about this car. Now, obviously, my favorite thing about this car is the freaking turbo setup. We actually went ahead and turboed this car over the winter last year. So when I first bought this car, it was mostly stock. I definitely wanted a turboed car. My dad has a Turbo 95, and I was like, I'm definitely boosting this thing as soon as my finances are in check. So that's what I did. Definitely the best decision I've made with this car. It is still stock bottom end. I also have heads cam intake, but the turbo setup is definitely my #1 thing. Not only does it perform amazingly, it also sounds epic, so you just can't beat that, obviously. On to #2, my second favorite thing about this vehicle is definitely it being a notchback Foxbody instead of a hatch or a convertible. A lot of notchbacks were actually turned into drag cars, wrecked, and really just not the sought after Foxbody back in the day. Nowadays, this is the one to have. I got a kick and deal on this car. I used to actually hate notchbacks and really only wanted a GT or an LX hatchback. Ended up with this car. The style grew on me, and now I'm glad I made that decision. The week before we actually bought this car, I was this freaking close to buying a red LX hatch. Super glad I didn't do that, and I waited for a notch. Paid off in the long run, and the style definitely grew on me. A lot of people who don't like notchbacks at first say the same thing. It starts to grow on it starts to grow on you, especially when you own one, because man, that is a good looking ride. Now, I apologize for the mess ahead of time. This thing just came out of storage, as you guys saw in my last video. But #3 on my list is definitely the black interior, and being the black interior in a notchback, a very rare situation. Now, I apologize for the mess ahead of time. This thing just came out of storage, as you guys saw in my last video. But #3 on my list is definitely the black interior, and being the black interior in a notchback, a very rare situation. Also, when I purchased the car, it came with these seats. I've never seen these in another Mustang. I seen them for sale one time at a swap meet, and I guess they're pretty freaking rare. Not sure what option car they came with, but they're not the typical, like, I don't even know how to explain the material. They're like the soft plush material. Very cool and unique. I actually had a guy offer me a the typical black interior seats and a good amount of money for those, but I decided to keep these because no one really has them, and it's cool to be different sometimes. Fourth favorite thing, we're already on number 4. Very easy, this comes to mind instantly for me, is the reliability and the drivability of this car. Now, as you guys saw in my last video, the car sat for literally 5 months over winter in storage. I go to storage, car starts right up, no leaks, no issues, nothing. Starts right up on a dime. The thing's just a freaking beast. There's nothing else to say. On top of that, there's about 7,000 or 8,000 miles already on the build. I have not ran into like any issues. I do have a slight oil leak under the distributor somewhere back in there, which we are handling later this week. But other than that small leak, this thing has been perfect. I could not ask for a more reliable vehicle, especially being this old and pushing the stock block kind of to the limit, I guess you could say. But I've seen stock block cars making more power than this, whatever. But the reliability of this car is definitely something that I am in love with. I really feel like I can just get in it, beat the balls off of it, and as long as I take care of it, do my oil changes and regular maintenance, she'll take care of me. So it's a good car. Going off of that, the drivability is immaculate in this thing. You could, well, I do typically in the summer daily drive my Mustang. I know it's kind of like, what? You daily drive that thing in the summer? Yeah, I do. I put the S4 away usually during the summer months and drive this thing because I'm just that in love with it. The gas mileage really is not that bad if you stay out of it, which can be hard to do, but it's just an amazing car. You can drive it. There's space. It's just a very drivable vehicle. It's easy to drive. Number 5 is definitely, hands down, the amount of compliments that this car gets. Funny enough, the compliments come from people of all walks of life, all ages, whatever. Everyone just seems to love this thing, and it puts a good feeling in your heart when your hard work and everything goes and gets compliments and stuff. It just means a lot. Now, I'm not like a lot of people who build cars just for like social media or build it just to get a bunch of fans, you know, stuff like that. I build cars how I want them. And for people to value how I like my car just is really cool. Now, I'm not like a lot of people who build cars just for like social media or build it just to get a bunch of fans, you know, stuff like that. I build cars how I want them. And for people to value how I like my car just is really cool. Going off of that, every time I'm at a gas station, I love when like a 40-year-old dude who had one in high school comes up to me and he's like, oh my God, that's a rust-free Notch. Do you want to sell that? And I'm like, no, not really. It's just a funny feeling because it's a very sought-after car, and you can definitely see that with people's interactions around it. Like, everyone wants to hear it. Everyone wants to see it. Like, I can't tell you the last time I've gone to a gas station or I've been around other enthusiasts where they haven't asked, oh, let me pop the hood. I want to see the turbo. I want to do this. I want to hear it. Does that thing rip? You got any videos of it? Just stuff like that. It's really cool. And people come up to me who I don't even expect to be enthusiasts, and they're like, oh, I had one of those back in the day. It's really cool that you're driving that at your age. And it's just an overall cool experience. A little honorable mention would definitely be the nostalgia feeling you get in this car. If you enjoy old cars, you know exactly what I'm saying. Even if you're in the old JDM cars, old Euro cars, there's just something about driving something old and the mechanical feel of the car, how easy they are to work on. It's just a really cool nostalgic feeling. And the simplicity of these vehicles is insane. Like, if this thing breaks down, there's a 9 out of 10 chance that someone out there has already experienced the same issue, and it's pretty common sense on how to fix such things. Not to mention, it helps that my dad is literally like an expert on these things. He's owned, I think, 28 Mustangs at this point, maybe more. We'll have to do a tally at a later point. But they're just such easy cars to work on. They're drivable. Everyone loves them. And you get that nostalgic feeling driving it. There's just something about driving an old car that I can't really put my mind... I can't word it correctly because I don't know how to really explain it. But when you do it and you drive an old car, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I think it's just that mechanical feeling. You're more connected to the road, and it gives you a better driving experience as an enthusiast. So that just about caps off my top 5 things that I absolutely love with my Turbo Foxbody. I have a future modification video going over everything I have done to the car here soon. My next video is going to be everything that I hate about this car, so definitely stay tuned and check that out. And as always, guys, thank you for checking out the video. I post here on the channel 2 to 3 times a week. We do everything car automotive related. I do car reviews, DIY, mod reviews. I have this Mustang, my 2013 Audi S4, 47 Lincoln Continental. I have a bunch of Miatas all the time. I had a V8 Miata at one point that's here on the channel. All my friends got cool cars. Everyone's got cool cars around me, so a bunch of content. Stick around. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. And thank you guys for checking out the video. Also, thank you again for 500 subscribers. It means the world to me. And I am super thrilled for that. I'm ready to grow. I'm ready to just expand this thing. Content's going to be getting big. Content's going to be getting bigger, better, the whole 9 yards. I'm ready to grow. So if you don't already, be sure to follow me on social medias. My handle on literally everything is redlinedill, just like my YouTube. I try to post on Instagram and TikTok pretty often, so be sure to check me out on there. If you guys have any questions or concerns, be sure to hit me up. I love talking to you guys. So on that note, I'm out. Thank you for checking out the video, and have a good one. I'll see you in the next one.